Since MobiCall 8.3.6, the database replication has changed. From the old database replication where both MobiCall always had two databases, for alarms there is the database called NV-Alarm. With the old replication there has been NV-Alarm and NV-Alarm1. On an event what is written into the database, MobiCall has written in both databases. With this, both MobiCall systems had the same DB entries, but always had 2 times the same database. With the new database replication, the supervisor monitors the connection to the master. As soon as the connection to the master is interrupted or the master does not respond anymore, the local SQL write commands are buffered at the AMQP link level. After a pre-configured time, when the master is still not available, the supervisor automatically switches its database from hot standby to master mode and then writes to its local database. Also on every MobiCall system, an alternative master IP can be given. This is the alarm server which will process the job if the master should fail. For this every server can have an own fallback server which processes the job. As soon as the master is accessible again, the SQL write commands buffered on the supervisor are transferred to the master, written to the master database and then replicated to the supervisor again. The new database replication is a key feature from MobiCall version X, also known as MobiCall 10. To activate the new database replication, first make sure to have all the latest updates downloaded from the FTP server. If you have no FTP server access but absolved a MobiCall training, contact support at NewVoice.ch for an FTP access. To begin, start up the NewVoice setup wizard from desktop. On the left side select the SQL database settings. Here can be found the checkbox Activate replication of all data from the SQL database to specified MobiCall servers. This box needs to be activated for the new database replication. Make sure to configure the master first. On master, activate the checkbox and select the replication mode master with main database from the drop-down menu. Select the local IP address for the connection from the drop-down menu below. Enter the IP addresses of all supervisors in the field below, followed by the IP address of the alternative master in the last field. When done, press the Activate button. A pop-up appears which asks if you want to activate the replication. MobiCall will automatically restart the Postgres database service. MobiCall will create a new data folder on NVPG-SQL with the now filled in informations. As soon as finished, MobiCall will give you the message successfully activated the replication of this server. Press the OK button. Now can be seen that MobiCall gives you the message, replication active, current mode is master. Here you also get an information if the database has the status in the same data. Since this was the first server which is set up, you should see the message that the database from the other servers is not identical to this one. Right now it is not possible that both servers has the same data. Switch to the MobiCall supervisor. On supervisor, open up the NewVoice setup wizard from the desktop and switch to SQL database settings on the left side. Also here needs to be activated the checkbox Activate replication of all data from the SQL database to specified MobiCall servers, but since this is the supervisor now, select the option Supervisor with hot standby database. Select the IP address of this server from the drop-down menu below and fill in the IP addresses of the remote MobiCalls in the next field. Last part is to enter the IP address of the master server into the last field and press the Activate button. The supervisor now should take longer than the master, since the supervisor is instantly synchronizing the database. When done, a message appears which tells that the replication has been set up properly. A click on the refresh icon should show that all database has the same data inside. Since the database replication is active now, it must be ensured that both MobiCall systems receive the same alarms. This can be achieved with a COM port splitter. If the alarms are launched via telephone, only one MobiCall server receives the call. For this, an AMQP replication link needs to be created. On the master server, select the option Message Queue Settings from the left side of the setup wizard. Here the AMQP replication link needs to be created. For this, press the Add Link button on the right side. In the drop-down menu AMQP Broker vHost name, select the type NVRPC. Below, give a unique name for the replication link followed by the IP address of the remote server. When press the OK button, you should see the replication link entered with the status running. Test the replication by turning off the MobiCall master. The supervisor should change to master within 5 minutes and process the alarms. Also create the AMQP replication link from supervisor to master. As soon as the master is turned back on and working, the supervisor should change back to supervisor and give all informations to the master database. For further assistance, contact NewVoice support.